Welcome to the W. Welcome to the W. Welcome to the W. Welcome to the WNBA.
What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Chef for Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you like WNBA action. Old subscribers, appreciate you for rocking with your boy, helping me build this platform and continue to push out this content as we chop it up about the WNBA. Friday night's game, Lynx travel to Phoenix to play the Mercury. This one had it was a roller coaster. Started out early. Game starts. No Alyssa Thomas, she's out with a calf. Napheesa Collier out with a knee. The previous game, Napheesa had played 37 minutes against the Storm, which is one of the biggest rivals in the West, along with the Mercury. They played the Mercury last year in the playoffs. So I think this was just really a rest day for Napheesa. I hope nothing's wrong with her knee. Just giving us rest, because that was a lot of minutes. She's played heavy minutes this entire season. With that being said, the Lynx got the win 74-71. But man, this game, the Lynx, they run. This game was back and forth. Back and forth. At times, it was very sloppy. I mean, sloppy. Low scoring affair in the first quarter. The Minnesota Lynx they won that quarter 20-17. Second quarter, the Mercury take a lead late. It was 34-33. And McBride, like I said, they going back and forth, just trading baskets. To end the half, McBride hits a big three to give them the lead, 39-38 going into halftime. T.U.S.S.L.E was trying to keep the team into the game. There wasn't getting much. They were getting a lot in the paint from Kalani Brown. Kalani Brown was like 6 of 6 at one point, and she really helped them stay in the game just by getting loose balls and putting it back up and taking advantage of her height, because Kalani Brown is tall. I thought, for some reason in this league, when you got something going, they don't keep going to it until you stop it. They stop it themselves. It's very weird, because she's a large woman, a woman of size. She's about 6'7", 6'6", and she ain't thin. Minnesota's light. Alana Smith's light. She was bullying them down low, but they just went away from her. And that, amongst other things, because the shooting was not the greatest. The threes, this league is one of them live by the three, die by the three. If you see a team shooting too many threes and they're not hitting at a high clip, they're bound to lose. And that's probably what's going to end up happening for a lot of teams in this league. That being said, Minnesota shot 36% from the field. This is a terrible game. You can really tell the impact of Napheesa Collier on this team when she's not playing. She's not creating easy buckets with her defense, getting steals, getting blocks, getting the transition going, getting Courtney Williams, Hiedeman, and getting Kayla McBride running on those breaks and getting those easy back. You can tell it wasn't there. You could tell it wasn't there tonight with this team. 27% from three, shot 8 of 29. Once again, do not foul this team. I've said it before in other videos. 16 of 18, 88.9% from the free throws, from the charity stripe. Shepherd, 8 points, 36 minutes. Carlton, 5 points. Alana Smith, like I said, she's averaging 13.6 a game. Had 19, 34 minutes. Came up clutch. Kayla McBride, 35 minutes, 4 of 11, 20 points, 3 of 7. For her getting that rest, They did right by this organization, did right by McBride. Understanding, yes, she's got other obligations. She played in Turkey. Yes, she played unrivaled. She got some heavy wear and tear on her. Give her a couple weeks to get her feet up under her. I wish the Indiana Fever would take notes from this and do the same thing with Caitlin Clark. 30 minutes for Courtney Williams, 5 of 18, 11 points. All around solid game. 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Courtney Williams will probably make the All-Star team. I'm telling you, she'll probably make the All-Star team this year. That's how good she's playing. Came up clutch. Carly Samuelson, 1 freaking point. Diamond Miller had a bagel. Alyssa Thomas had 1 point. Maureen Badine got in just at the little bit, had a bagel too. Natisha Hiedeman, 3 of 6, 9 points. We'll get to Natisha in a minute because it was a trip with Natisha. Phoenix made a nice run in that second quarter. And really, the middle of the game, they ran it. They controlled the middle of the game. Once again, Minnesota, when they go to their second team, they don't gel. They don't move the ball as easy as they do with the first team. That third quarter, they got some defensive clamps on Minnesota, and the basket shrunk for Minnesota. They only scored 15 points. Phoenix scored 19. It ended up being 58-53. The Mercury took the lead in the third quarter, and you can tell everybody was tired. T.U.S.S.L.E was missing threes, missing layups. There was a lot of blown layups in this game, tons of them. A lot of air balls. There was a lot of air balls in this game, which kept it very close. It was anybody's game. Phoenix could have had their first loss of the season. It was anybody's game. T.U.S.S.L.E was 10 of 20, 0 of 4 from 3. And that's gonna come back to bite them too. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. I get it why they call her a unicorn. She's extremely talented. But she just can't put it together on a consistent basis. And there was times where she's so athletic and she's so freaking tall. She can literally blow by a forward that's covering her and get easy money. She relies way too much on shooting threes at the worst times. The worst times. She played big minutes too, 32. Sammy Whitcomb, she played very well. Real aggressive. 2 steals, 5 of 11, 13 points. Laska started in place of Alyssa Thomas. Didn't give them nothing. One of 4, 2 stinky points. McConney, 22 minutes. Monique, 2 of 10. Shot terrible. Had some bad decisions in this game for a rookie. She played like a rookie this game. This game, she played like a rookie, and her defense didn't make up for it either. She didn't slow down. She didn't slow down Courtney Williams, and she didn't slow down Hiedeman. She was a non-factor in this game, and I've seen her play better games than this. Like I said, Kalani Brown was the bright star off the bench. They didn't get much from Musa. They didn't get much from Held. And Held played 26 minutes, 2 of 9, 4 points. You get a boo-boo sticker too. Because this game was one of those games where just a few possessions. And Held literally was one of the quicker guards on the court. At times, it was like, hey, just kind of turn up the takeover mode just a little bit and help your team out. Using 16 minutes, 2 points. Like I said, this bench, if it wasn't for Kalani Brown, this game would have not even been as close as it was because T.U.S.S.L.E was the only one that was really cooking. And T.U.S.S.L.E, there was a couple shots. We take it to the fourth quarter. It was 60-56 with 4 minutes left. T.U.S.S.L.E went out the game. came back in. They had a 5-point lead with 6 minutes left. S.W.E. returned at 5:30 left in the game. Lynx take the lead, 66-65. It's 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game, folks. With 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game, and you're down by 1 on 4 different possessions. Whitcomb shot a 3, missed. S.W.E. shot a 3. No, S.W.E. shot 2 threes. And held shot a 3 on 3 different possessions. On 3 different possessions. In that span, and then somebody else came and shot another 3. And they made it. They made a 2-pointer off of a miss of a 3. So they had 4 possessions where they shot 3s, and this whole time they're not scoring. It was a pivotal point. It was tied 71-71. Courtney Williams hits a big 3. They get the ball back after a missed possession. Get the ball back with 12 and a half seconds left. They inbound the ball. Kayla McBride steals it, kicks it up court to Natisha Hiedeman. Natisha Hiedeman floats to the corner and hits a rainbow 3 with hardly any time left. And that was the ball game. This one came down to pure execution. At critical times, Phoenix just failed miserably. And one thing about Alyssa Thomas is a floor general, even though she's a forward. She is a point forward, and she conducts the offense and gets people in the right places and makes right decisions at right time. She's a veteran. They missed that tonight, and that cost them. Man, listen, they shot 39% down the stretch. They shot 39% for the game. That's how bad this team was. Even with S.W.E. cooking, the rest of the pieces on the team, besides Kalani Brown and S.W.E., failed miserably. They shot 11% from 3. I know Nate Tibbetts was over there wanting to pull his hair out like, stop shooting these freaking 3s. 3 of 26. When your shot ain't falling, the rim is calling. Get to the rim. I don't understand why that's so hard to convey to these players in this league, but it really hurt them in this game. When they look back at the end of the season, they're going to look back at this loss and say, man, we had these guys. We took the lead. We're controlling the game. And we decided to come, because like I said, this was fast-paced. This was a fast-paced game. They would come down on the break and just shoot a 3, and everybody else snowbirds. That's one of the biggest things in this league is when somebody shoots a 3, everybody automatically assumes it's going in and they run back. That's why some of these players get so many rebounds, because there's nobody around to contest. 85% from the free throw line, 12 of 14. But that 3-point shooting, 11.5. That's the lowest I've seen in any of the games I've watched. This is what cost them the game. That end of that last 3 minutes and 35 seconds on multiple possessions, shooting a gang of 3-pointers and not scoring. And every time Minnesota would go down and just cut away until they ultimately tied it at 71. That was the game. That was the game right there. That was it. 60-56 with 7 minutes left. And in that little span, everything changed. S.W.E. went out the game, came back, and at 6-minute mark, the lead was given up. They had already cut the lead. That was the game. But let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts on, because the Lynx escaped with this win. They should be thanking Natisha Hiedeman because she hit a huge shot. But let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments below. And until next time, peace.
Welcome to the dub. Welcome to the dub. Welcome to the dub. Welcome to the dub. The WNBA.